Hello, my friends. That's better. How are we getting on? All right. I'm going to play some R-Type, I think. We had a few clears on this earlier this week. Thursday, I think it was. Got nearly to the end of level 5. I'm better than that. Like I played a bit yesterday. Worked on a few things. So we'll see how we get on. I'm not bad, my friend. Not bad at all. I've got a nice cup of tea. I'm playing some R-Type and it's a fairly sunny day, so yeah, it can't be too bad, can it? My good lady wife was out at work this morning. Kind of got up early and did all the stuff I needed to do around the house first. And I thought to myself, I have a bit of time on my hands. So why not play some R-Type? This is the arcade version. Playing it obviously through RetroArch, the main core on RetroArch. Ahoy, Blogo. Yeah, we'll have it. Well, we go again, don't we? How are we, James? Yeah, you have plenty of time to get yourself out for a run. Well, especially now you've got all your variety of mood products. New PC, nice. How are we, Danny? So iconic this is. I love it. The thing I love about this bosses on this and just this in general is the fact that it's never quite perfect, is it? Do you know what I mean? There's so many like little kind of gameplay mechanics that just like the way your lasers bounce, or the way charge shots hit sometimes, or the way bosses move. Like no two runs are ever completely the same. Like you can get strategies in place to help you cope with stuff, but realistically, like there's so many moving parts for a game like this that are kind of outside your control. I think that's why it's so hard, because very central to games of this time, you can do everything. I can do everything right here and still die, and that's not me making excuses. Like you literally can, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like I like games that I respect games that kind of do that somehow. That's why I like playing games from this era. It's even more special when you get a big clear, because you realise exactly, do you know what I mean, how many things have had to go right in order for you to get this, you know? I'll tap Leo all the time, yeah. Do you know what? I've heard a lot of good stuff about that. Get a couple of bits and then move the thing. Let's go. got him low there. He'll be alright, you know. Level. Getting like right underneath, that's the key. It'll shoot like straight down, which the thing will get. The force will pick up. Or it'll shoot across at a 45, which gets picked, which just misses the back of your ship every time. Right, I'll have a go at doing it fast, alright. And then if we die, I won't anymore. Draw that into shooting. Bollocks. Didn't quite get it. I did get it without the music. There you go. Are you happy with that one, are you? Not optimum, but still quite fast. Are we happy with that one, Vlogger? Does that count? I'd like to think it does, because no music came on. Yeah, well, I was going to say, I could have got it one before that, but still, details, right? Don't know, hang on. I was lucky, to be honest. Levels. Oh, that though. The classic 1 credit classics. Right, let's hug the corner. But this is another thing, right? This is so much safer than doing it any other way. But there is still a chance, right, that you'll die. And you can't really do anything about it. And I'll tell you when it is. It's when the it's not that one. In a short while, you'll get the, first of all, right, you get the small laser shooting monsters. So these, right? These aren't an issue if we hug the corner. It's these ones, right? In the middle of this, there's an enemy that's going to turn up. It's this one here. I think he's got me. No, he hasn't. Okay. Might be alright here. See, by not firing, I let the missiles get him a lot of the time. See what I mean? Now I can wait here and pull back. Right, boss time. All on luck, this one. Oh, that's bad luck. All depends on... Let's go. Well, no, we're alright, I think. It all depends on what... He fixes on a random piece of the terrain. Unlucky. See, this is a tough pattern, to be honest. He's being quite aggressive here. Solid. No, I haven't. Come on. Solid. Time, it should do. Hog in. Shit. Kind of forgot that. I'll level with you. Alright. Couple. And then we can hug back. Right. Right now, there's one of these with more of a gap than any of the others. It's this one. Oh, fuck off. I wasn't low enough. Oh. I was right near the end of that level. Oh, well. Not a bad go for our first one, was it? Fell it. Shows we can do it, though. Well, that's not working. These things happen. Hang on a second. I wonder why it's not thinking up. Let's go dip switches. Ah, service mode's on for some reason. Let's try again. There you go. One more. Yeah, we're getting better, aren't we? Good run, that. I enjoyed that. Just a time, just like, literally, probably a couple of pixels too high. That one would have missed me, and then it's the boss then. Still. It's progress, isn't it? Like, we didn't get that far last time. How have we got 14 people here? There was like 4 people when I looked at like a second ago, I swear. Good morning, 14 people, or good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the wherever you are in the world. Hope you're all doing well. Shout out to the crazy number of subscribers and views and general new kind of people that we've had from the fantastic Midwinter Minis community. If you've come here from there, then I hope you're doing really well. Thanks for checking us out. We're a friendly bunch here, as you might have noticed. I swear a bit and drink tea and die a lot at our time. So yeah, I'm better at Golden Axe, but then if you saw that video, you know that, right? Don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't already, because that'd be decent. I That's a decent run, that is, though. Quite a few things went right on that run. You notice as well, I've changed the layout of the thing, the layout of the streaming thing. It's hard to find like stuff that's like of a square shape. I've had to kind of change the dimensions of it a little bit, but I just thought that Japanese R-Type flyer was so cool. Get that. The iPad version of R-Type is arcade faithful as a modernized soundtrack. Didn't know that. I don't know why the force power-up thing is just so cool. It's just an iconic looking thing, isn't it? I had this debate with various people on a regular basis, but I don't know. I'll ask you, good people. See what you think. If you could only have one of these two shoot 'em ups, right? Would you have R-Type or Gradius? I'd always say R-Type, always. Yeah, I have it. Me and McKeel have regular conversations about his look at the Gradius series. Probably after I absolutely bodied it on that podcast, but still. Oh, you're up. So, this is much safer than trying to get that pixel perfect kind of one. Sorted. How is it one credit card when you're machine? That's a good point, to be honest. But I mean, if I only had one credit on this, then we'd have like a multitude of like 10-minute streams. But yeah, we've got to work up to trying to do this again. My whole thing with R-Type was like, it's just a massive part of me realizing that I could, I don't know, just play some cool stuff on this channel. Like, I'd beaten a lot of games that I was comfortable with, but you know what I mean, kind of quite good with, and somebody I know had said about doing R-Type, and I remember trying to get it, and I just thought to myself, I'm not good enough to do this, and I spent ages practicing on it, and just that whole thing of getting better and putting time in until you're good enough to beat a game like this, I think more than completing the game somehow, I think that sense of progression is more what I'm kind of maybe addicted to. I didn't quite get it. Second boss without firing or moving. Does he get bored eventually then? I know a lot of them do, don't they? Terrible time to do that. Bit lucky there, to be honest with you. Nice. See, like, it's just, this is the safest way to do this bit, right? But the problem is that, yeah, you can still die at any point from this one here. I should really work on some kind of strategy where I'm moving between the lasers to try and take him, because he's the only thing that isn't safe about this safe strategy, to be honest. Generally. Oh no, he might. Oh god, he got past the missiles then. Oh come on! So, oh god, so I shot the thing and then yeah, it caused the thing to burst. Fail it. Oh. Got it. Right, let's go again. Well, we're consistently getting further. I suppose that's a bonus. Yeah, that was a bit low, wasn't it? Got it. Thing is, right, you can't be in the middle with that. You've got to either completely destroy it as soon as it turns up, or you've just got to leave it alone. If you kind of do off and off like I did there, you'll get something random will happen, like it'll explode and kill you. Mr. Miyagi says, you know. Either you karate do yes, or you karate do no. You karate do don't know. Them squished just like a grape, I think he said. Cheeky gut shout in the air. I love a gut shout. What's that Shaolin's Road on it though? Also, if you haven't already, and if you are on Patreon, there's a new video that's gone up this morning, which is going on a general on Wednesday, but it's on early release on Patreon today. That is One Critic Clear of Kid Dracula on the NES, the Japanese version, obviously. Loads of fun that was. That's another one. See, that's another great thing about doing the streams the way we do them as well. Like, that was suggested for a Patreon stream on a Monday when people on Patreon pick the games we play, and I just played it and I was like, this is ace. If not a bit racially insensitive at the start, but I mean, we get past that. Not that we support that in any way, but I mean, it's, well, we just kill them quite quickly and nobody says anything. Golden eggs. Mate, 1,000 people can't be wrong. What a nod that is. See, do you know what I mean? Like, that wasn't standard, was it? The timings were a bit different on that, so I had to move a little bit. That's why I just proper keep you on your toes this game does. That's half the fun, right? Killing that one's the key, though. Today on Patreon as well, I'll put up the article so you can pick the games that we're going to stream on Monday. Jesus Christ, how close is that? What a strange monster. Shot that was. with that. Always just thingy that shot. Just pull that shot a bit. There you go. Against it 3 and 1. Oh, shot. That wasn't out of it. Ah, got it. Yeah, I got too high there. Right, let's go again. Well, what's it there, right? Steps in the right direction. I've probably got another 2. I reckon probably another 2 or 3 attempts in me. And then I'm gonna go get something to eat, I think. Yeah. This happens though, doesn't it? Like, do you remember when we were trying to do that? We were trying to beat all the Street Fighter games. We were trying to beat all the SNES Street Fighter 2s on hardest difficulty without losing rounds. Like. And yeah, James was spot on. I mean, we got to thingy, didn't we? We got to nearly the boss of World 6, so it's good progression. Shot. In other One Credit Classics news, I am going to get some new badges made. I'm quite excited about that. For obviously everyone on Patreon and just people in general, to be honest. I think the world needs more badges. Probably all of this lot are going to be in the theme of the current theme of Minder on the Spectrum. I just think it'd be quite cool to have a Terry and Arthur one, like one on each lapel. I think that's the look, isn't it? An 8-bit DK-tronics, what's it? Yes, thingy like that would just be badass. Bank Holiday special game, that's a shout. There'd have to be a James Bond game in there. Didn't they do View to a Kill was out on the Spectrum on it? I'll bet that's dire. How haven't you done that, James? You must have done View to a Kill. My name's Juice. Most Juice. Also, if you haven't already, get onto musclemoose.co.uk and use the code OCC25. That is all capitals OCC25 for 25% off. Everything from protein snacks like flapjacks and protein bars to energy drinks to all kinds of like merchandising and like mug cakes and protein powder and all kinds of stuff like that. So if that's your thing and you're based in the UK, then yeah, get on musclemoose.co.uk and yeah, use that code. Because they're a good bunch of people, to be honest with you. And yeah, the flapjacks are really good as well. I asked nobody to comment on the beaver bars. I think we're better than that. But they're decent as well, to be honest. But not in a what is it, Naked Gun kind of way. I don't eat one and then say nice beaver. Yeah, that's the one. Kill that one early. And then generally, because the problem with that one is path is basically down here when you're trying to not get it. Thanks, I just had it stuck. Amazing. I am 100% going to do a Minder clear again at some point. I don't know when, though. I don't know. The thing is, right, I want to do a Spectrum stream, but the problem with that is I play Minder, which is about an hour on its own, just because I love Minder so much. I was going to say, I wasn't this thing dead yet. Nice finish. Living Daylights. Nice. Living Daylights on the CPC. What a shout that is. That's the shot. Oh shit, I thought I already fired there. Not ideal. Same again. Bang. Music's so good on this. Here he is, bold 3 and 1. Shot. Solid. That synth bit though. I'll tell you what I am pleased about on this set of clears, is that we have done really well in the first half of the game, you know? I do feel like I need to work out a bit in order to kill that one that comes up from the ground when all the other ones turn up, though. The bit where it feels like we could die, potentially. The problem as well is with the missiles is that they'll go to take the old snake hits out, which is really not what I need. They should. If the missiles took out the thingy ones, we wouldn't have to worry. Like here. It's getting easier pattern this time, but that's, oh, bloody hell. I had to say it, didn't I? This boss has been an absolute friggin' nightmare. Hurtling round, bloody full speed. I'll slow down a bit now, but there isn't a lot of room to move here. Get that. Come back. We've had some tough patterns on that boss. I shit myself down. I honestly thought it was a bit too high there. Solid. Another one comes down here, right? That one that nearly got us last time. Not this one, it's this one. Too high. Fuck off! Oh! The worst part is you know when you're going to die on that. Right, I got time for one more and then I'm going to go have something to eat. Oh, Jesus. Onwards. Still. Just know when you're going to die. Like, the problem is, I need, like, a pixel adjustment there to make that all right. But I know if I tap it too hard, I'm gonna smash into the thing anyway. It's an absolute wounder. Still, we build bridges, right? The more times we get to these further levels, the more chance we got of beating them, right? You can't beat them if you're not there. And this is already a better set of progressional clears than we had the other day, so. How are we, Prince Watercress? 628. Yeah, we'll get this. It's just a question of when, innit? So that level is as far as we've got, but we got a bit further than that on that level. Was it the first go we had? I can't remember. I basically died on the bit just before the boss of level 6, and then there's only level 7, which is really difficult, and then level 8, which isn't as hard as any of the others. It isn't as hard as it. Level 8's the easiest level in the back half of the game, like. I mean, it's still possible to die. It's R-type, for frick's sake, but. But yeah, we've been, Prince Warcrest, we've been progressively better at this, which is good, to be honest. We've got better and better. Matt T, what a fella. Shout out to anybody who had one of these OG 1 Credit Classics mugs. Plus that autofocus though. Poor. You know what I mean? I'm not having that be the last one. We'll go one more. One more that gets past level 4, basically. The R-Type clear from a while back. Yeah, I mean, that was episode 32, so you're talking a good... well, I was still working at Learn Direct when I did that, so... I mean, that's at least 3 years. It's been 3 years since I left there, I think. It's a shame that gig, like, that gig stopped. I really, I kind of found my feet with that one. I was like working for this. What happened was, right? I left university, finished university when I was 21. Didn't know what I wanted to do. Right, got a job in a bank, hated it. Thought, oh, I could get into teaching. So I thought to myself, right, well, I'll get a teaching quality. So ended up getting a job as a teaching assistant in a prison. Right, did that for basically my 20s. And got a PGC while I was there, so I got qualified to teach anyone post-compulsory, so anybody like 15 plus, right? But didn't fancy teaching in a kind of school or a college, so when I finished teaching in the prisons, I was like, oh, I don't really know what to do now. So I ended up getting a job working for a training company teaching adults who are long-term unemployed, and that's still the industry I'm kind of in now, but that was 2010-ish, right? And yeah, the company was called JHP Training, and they got bought out by another company, like these things always do, and changed into, bought out by a conglomerate that owned another company called Learn Direct, and we ended up being called Learn Direct. And I went from teaching adults who are long-term unemployed about CVs and employability and stuff like that to teaching IT. And I taught IT ECDL level 1 and 2 for about 5 years, from 2014 to, no, 4 years, 2014 to when it ended in the middle of 2018. And I really liked it, like, and I really felt like I was kind of making a difference, you know, like I helped people out a lot, and a lot of people got qualifications and jobs, and it was good. It was a good thing. I did run a DS card racket in the meantime. But yeah, like, but what happened was, like with all these companies, they ended up bringing their own, because the conglomerate that owned them all were all based in retail, so they ended up bringing their own senior managers in, who were all retail based, who had no idea how education worked really. They just saw it as like, they saw people as product, as George Orwellian as that sounds. They were just like, all about kind of numbers, not about the learning experience really. Which is good when you're trying to make money, but bad when you're being assessed for quality. And so what happened was, they got all these retail people in, got all these shortcuts, like loads of shortcuts to make cash, like to cut kind of quality. So you'd have like loads more learners, you had to turn them around quicker, do you know what I mean? And then they split the business into 2 departments, like the apprenticeship side and us, the adult skills education side. And they took loads of money off the apprenticeship side, because the way that used to work was, that was quite a good racket to be honest, because you got all your expenses paid, all your mileage and everything. So there's a load of really talented assessors who are making like really good money from driving up and down the country assessing these apprentices. And they cut the expenses for your mileage. They changed it all. So all of a sudden, these people were losing like thousands a year basically because of how the old system was. And yeah, all these people left. They didn't end up replacing them with people who were as good or as experienced, because you couldn't really, because there wasn't that many people around. So the apprenticeship bit just absolutely died on its arse. So we had an Ofsted, and obviously with Ofsted, like 1 is like outstanding and 4's terrible. And our department ended up with a 2, I think, which was decent to be honest. But the apprenticeship side got a 4. And the other thing with Ofsted is that you can't get higher than your lowest grade in anything. So the entire company was graded a 4, which was such bollocks really, because we were really bang on to be honest. And what happened then was there was a bit, it was in all the papers and everything that like we'd taken all this kind of money and we're delivering this substandard stuff. So the skills funding agency who paid for everything just cut all our funding. So I've been there for like ages, like I say, on and off, like since the start of the decade. And they basically said, I started out teaching ECD all-night classes. Yeah, it's good, Danny, isn't it? But yeah, so basically what happened was like, we got told in February we were getting made redundant in July. So 2018 that was. So I started one credit classes in 2016, so I mean, the original R-Type Clear must be at least 3 or 4 years old. But yeah, like, it was mad really. But the one thing I'll always say is like, 1, I had a really good time working with teaching adults, and it kind of taught me what I wanted to do for the rest of my career. But the other thing I'll say is, right, like my other line of work, the wonderful world of organised violence, I did a show in April of that year in St. Petersburg with the UFC, and I was like, I spoke to one of the people there, one of the regulatory people there, and he was like, yeah, how's it going? How are you getting on? Like, just general chit chat. And I was like, yeah, not bad. I goes, I've got to try and find a job though at the end of the summer. And he said, oh wow, what's happened? And I explained the situation, and I said like, yeah, I got made redundant. Like, well, I've been told I'm going to be made redundant, so I've got till July to find something. And bless them, the UFC, like, because they kept me so busy then. I ended up doing UFC Liverpool in May. I did UFC Singapore in June, and then I did UFC Hamburg in July. No, August. Was it August? No, it was July, yeah. UFC Hamburg in July. And I did UFC Russia in September. Yeah, so they really, really looked after me. Like, it's good knowing that I had another stream of income coming in when I didn't have a job lined up, you know. But yeah, like I do miss judging fights, man. I didn't realize till it stopped what a big part of me it was, you know. Like, and then I did like the Fight Island shows at the start of the year, and I did some big fights, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like, I really, really missed this. Like, yeah, it was phenomenal. I just remember thinking, like, this is really big. Like, I'm not saying I never take it for granted, but like, it's weird. Like when you're judging fights every week, it just becomes a thing that you do. And I never kind of, like I say, I never take it for granted. Never think it'll always be there or anything like that. But I do I don't know. I guess. It's just one of those things where it kind of stopped, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I really missed this." Like, I've left this bit too late here. I don't know. I might. Nah, I thought I'd die there. Oh God, it's a shame. I still feel like I've got one more. Yeah, let's go one more then. One more, then I'll get some food. Are there any noticeable differences in crowds and different cultures, like appreciation of certain fighting styles? Yeah, like when crowds were a thing, you'd find like for example, I did Japan a couple of times, and their crowds were like quiet. Do you know what I mean? But in a respectful way. Whereas I did shows in Russia, and they were super passionate, but also super knowledgeable as well, in terms of like things that would happen in an MMA fight that are kind of very detail based. Like if you watch a lot of MMA or know a lot of MMA, like little nuances to do with striking or jiu-jitsu or something would happen. And then like I remember doing a show in Russia, and there was a fight that was on the ground. It was quite technical, and in a lot of kind of places, depending on what kind of fans you've got in, like I've heard fans boo at stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? But they were like really kind of respectful, and a guy passed another guy's guard, and like they all clapped, and a guy hit a sweep from another position, and they all clapped, and I was like, wow, this is. But I mean, one thing all over the world is the fact that the bulk of crowds will really get behind fighters from their own kind of areas, you know. So like anywhere in the world is like that. But yeah, that's the it's kind of weird like that, but it's cool because that differentiates everything, you know. Like all these fights and events are all really unique, you know. Like I love doing it, and I'm really happy that I get the opportunity to do it. But I really miss it, you know. Like I really miss judging fights. Hopefully, like we get some normality back at some point, and I'd like to think that a Japanese audience would show a lot of reverence for those 3 Golden Axe clears, to be honest. As I said at the start, if you haven't checked out already, if you're on Patreon, which you can get on for as little as £2 a month, that is $1.50 or €1.30, I don't know. It's less than 2 of the other currencies. Anyhow, yeah, a month, you get all the free videos, the exclusive stuff, you get videos early, competitions, you get to choose the games you play on Mondays, there's all kinds of, you get merchandise, but anyhow, if you're on Patreon, and if you go on Patreon today, check out, there is a brand new clear for you good people, which goes up 3 days before it goes out in general, as I take on Kid Dracula on the Famicom. stroke NES. As soundly predicted by everybody on the Discord. Oh yeah, you get Discord on Patreon as well. Right, not taking the one I need to take out. No, I haven't. No, hang on, it wasn't that one. Oh, we're alright here. I love, like, when you hit the laser, that feedback you get from it. It's just so cool. I'm sure there must be one safe spot in this. I think Blogo said it earlier, and yeah, I bet there is. One spot. I mean, I know there is. If you duck down there, you can kill it in like 2 things. Solid. More likes than dislikes. Thank you very much, my friends. I'll tell you what, the other thing I miss as well from doing all that is just the real kind of, as you might imagine, it's like a real sense of kind of camaraderie about it all, you know, when you like go to these different places. But it's the same people that you're with, you know, like there's a real kind of pride in the team that you represent and the people that you go with. And we just like there's like a group of us, you know, like referees, judges, cutmen, you know, like you all do this thing, and you just spend a lot of time with them, you know, and they're good people, like they're a great bunch of people. Right, let's pull this in a fire. Nice, right, let's go. Try not to get that. Videos, yeah, we'll I'm sure that'll be a lot of fun, that Video Wizards. This month's Video Wizards that McKeel's beavering away with at the moment is really good, man. I'm really pleased with it. Like, I'm pleased with all of them, you know. That one we did the month before, and I said to him, "Oh, did I just get the wrong power up?" I don't mind, it's only for a bit. Yeah, that one, the last one we did with all the really obscure games. I said to him when we were like putting the stuff together and having a look at it, I was like, this is the litmus test, my friend, because like if we can legitimately just hang out, have a good time, and talk about dynamic ski and all these other strange games that I've never heard of, then yeah, we've got something here. We've got a special formula here. And lo and behold, we could. Thus spake the Video Wizards about dynamic ski and other such endeavors. Shit, really fuck this. But it's funny, like, it's funny doing stuff like that. Like the really, really niche stuff. It's cool doing the big games, do you know what I mean? And we do like Street Fighter and Turtles and all that other stuff. There's just something really funny about talking about all this stuff that's just completely out of left field, you know? just something funny about hanging out on a Saturday night, drinking loads of tea and talking about Dynamic Ski by Tayo. Oh, hang on, I wasn't high enough there. He'll go back up here, I don't think. There you go. I mean, you'd just stay together, wouldn't you? Shout outs to this month's What's It as well. This month's Dan Clark Baller of the Month award. I love how many strange little sub-features there are. As soon as we have something that's funny, I'm always just like to McKeel, right, do you want me to record this in a vocoder? Like, you get a jingle, right, and I'll be like, the Dan Clark Baller of the Month award. Like, it's just phenomenal. Man, it's just so much fun. It's such a fun project. Like, I just look forward to those days when we're able to just, when there's a video with recording on the charts, I'm like, this is going to be fucking loads of fun. And always is, you know, always. See, I don't want to, what I'm going to do practicing away from this is try and come up with another strategy here. Because I do feel really vulnerable and at risk there when that happens. I mean, that's bollocks. That missile missed that one. Oh, well. Yeah, I might have to look at something else. I still think that strategy's the one, but I mean, there's got to be, I think there's something else about the middle bit in there. Right then, my friends, I'm going to go and have something to eat. I'm starving. But yeah, there'll be a post up on Patreon today where you can pick the games that we're going to be live streaming on Monday. Don't rule out seeing another R-Type stream at some point over the next couple of days, because when I get a bee in my bonnet about playing a game like this, I do get a bit... do you know what I mean? There might even be one today. I wouldn't have thought so, but you never know, do you? But yeah, we're going to play a lot. R-Type's good. We're going to play R-Type till we beat it, so... and yeah, if you're not on Patreon, then have a look. Links in the description box. If you are based in the UK and you want to get some energy drinks, protein snacks, then head on to musclemoose.co.uk. Use the code OCC25, get 25% off, and yeah, that's the top and bottom, my friends. Take good care of yourselves. Check out all the links. Stay safe, and I will see you all very soon.